Hey everybody, I'm X,
I'm Maya,
and this is
Who Let Us Talk.
Let's go. We
We
got
got
that.
that one.
We got it.
Third time's the charm, or whatever they say.
All right. What are we now on? Episode 3,
Sure is.
right? First two episodes kind of went pretty quick. I think the second one we did definitely felt a lot better, in my opinion.
Yeah, it felt more natural. Like we had topics, but I think we rambled, which made it elongated, which we needed.
Yeah, I mean, but you can tell we're getting more comfortable in front of the camera, just getting more comfortable talking.
Yeah, because it is awkward looking at yourself.
Very awkward, and it sucks hearing yourself over and over and over
And you try
again.
to support yourself, rewatching it so it can get an extra view. And I'd be like, looking away.
Yeah, yeah, I don't like it. I don't like it. And also, I want to make a public apology now with all the technical difficulties we had in the last video. We're still growing, we're still learning. But like in the comment section, it says, even though we have those technical difficulties, we're always going to keep the good vibes, the smiley vibes, and just keep it happy, keep it pushing.
And we're hoping that we figured out what the technical difficulty was anyway. So let's see how this one rolls out.
Exactly. And for keeping it pushing, how do you plan on keeping it pushing during this winter season right now? Because I know I don't want to air out your business like that, but I know for you, the winter season, you become a hermit. You get what's called seasonal depression, which I know a lot of other people deal with.
All we're gonna do
All
is
in their own
air our
rights.
business out on here, so I don't know. I won't be offended by you putting my business out there. I'm typically already probably like a hermit. Like I'm not a very balanced introvert extrovert. I'm much more introvert, pop out extrovert,
Extrovert
super extrovert.
through and through.
But winter definitely makes it worse. It's just cold. It's already dark by the time I'm going into work. By the time I'm leaving work, um, it took me 23 years. This is the first winter that I would say that I'm not like super duper depressed. Maybe that's an exaggeration because I don't remember being like
This
a
is the
child
first winter
depressed.
I've seen her more than 2 times. And that's besides this podcast.
I'm really trying. So what I found what works best for me was one, getting medicated for my ADHD. I will talk about that so often because it's like truly changed my life.
Let's get medicated.
Staying active for me honestly is like a real thing. I don't like being in the gym quite yet. It's an anxiety that I'm trying to get over. I don't think anybody actually gives a about what I'm doing in the gym, but my brain can't get past that idea yet. But I'll wake myself up 30 minutes earlier, even though it's dark, and just do some sort of movement. Like, I don't care if it's squats when I'm brushing my teeth. I don't care if it's playing with the dogs, going outside with them. I need movement. It gives my brain that first, like, boost and rush of, like, you got something done.
Yeah, and definitely with this winter time, getting up in the mornings is the worst.
Sucks.
Like when I woke up this morning, I saw it was 9 degrees. I did not want to get out of bed. I was like, man, I think I'm just gonna call it a day today. I think today's chopped. Revisit tomorrow.
We had a 2-hour delay because it was so cold, and they already called for a 2-hour delay tomorrow because it's going to be so cold. I usually get really irritated at the thought that I'm awake before the sun is because that just in my brain doesn't make sense. That shouldn't be a thing.
Like in Frozen, the sky's awake, so I'm awake.
Like honestly though, that's really like I don't know if it's my cardiac, whatever that is.
Oh,
but
I'm almost.
All right, a new technical difficulty. Come on,
down. Now
anyways,
overshooting. Come on, over here.
That and a good balanced breakfast. Actually, believe it or not. And like you should always have a good balanced breakfast, but I feel like winter is much more important to get that fuel in my body first thing to give me the energy to keep going.
Yeah, especially because in the winter, it just seems like I don't know about you, but me, in the winter, I feel like I eat a lot more fast food. I eat a lot more junk food.
Absolutely.
I eat a lot more of what I like to call hibernation food.
Definitely.
So I put on extra weight so I stay warmer and feel like I'm doing less. So that's been the biggest struggle. I know I talked about my fitness journey right now, but that's been the ultimate struggle is trying to moderate my eating habits.
And I'm like a very texture person, so on top of trying to moderate, there's not very many things that are like healthy that I have found that I like yet. I'm broadening it a little bit. Like I'll eat peppers with ranch as like a snack instead of something else.
What?
But
say peppers with ranch? Like just like a red pepper or like a bell pepper with like some ranch?
Green, red.
All right. That's
orange. Red's the best one because it's been on the vine the longest, if you didn't know.
Yup, redheads. Yup. That looks brown right now, but there's lighting.
That's really like what I'm trying to do. That's like my biggest struggle. But at the same time, I'm also trying to put on weight, which is the opposite of what you're trying to do. I think we said that in last episode. So like I am still trying to get healthy
Mhm.
carbs and like healthy fats and things like that because like if I cut all that out, I'm gonna be a bone. And
Yeah,
like
yeah, and in the wintertime, it's actually better to have more weight,
yeah, I
stay a
know,
little
I
warmer.
know, I know.
Yeah, and man, to
Do you
answer,
feel like you sorry?
no, you're
Do you
good.
feel like you getting in the gym has helped you a little bit this winter or
Oh, definitely. It's made me actually like way more active. I'm more awake throughout the day when normally during winter time I used to just sleep all day during the winter.
it's you're like groggy
Yeah,
almost.
I'm like a bear, just
Yeah.
want to sleep and hibernate during the winter. I'm not trying to be outside. I'm not trying to go on a run. Nothing.
Yeah, I totally get it. And I also feel like a hobby of some sort, whatever that is for you. Like, because I also know when I get off work, the first thing I want to do is go to sleep. Because
Yeah,
it's already dark. I'm exhausted. I did some sort of activity first thing in the morning to get my brain going. So I've been trying to figure out something to do, like write or whatever, to at least drag out me staying up for like eating and a shower and then go to bed.
yeah. For me, honestly, besides work, it's been working out in the mornings. Like I try to start my morning every day around 7:30 a.m., give or take. Lately it's been take because I've been sleeping a little bit more because it's cold, like I said. But besides that, I just kind of stay home. I'll try to read a little bit here and there. I know a lot of people don't believe I can read. I can to an extent. Big words give me challenges. We're just gonna leave that out there. But besides that, I've been playing the new Marvel Rivals game on the PS5.
Heck yeah.
That game lit.
Is it fun?
I've been having a lot of fun on it
Yeah.
actually. Me and my cousins, we play it all the time, and it's pretty fun. Next thing I know,
I'm gonna have to
4
see
hours
about that.
passed. I'm like, oh wow.
I'm just a simmer.
Yo, they're bringing more characters out too. They're gonna
I
bring
think I would like
Deadpool.
something like that.
Yeah, they're bringing like all the X-Men, all the Fantastic Four.
That's cool.
It is actually a pretty cool game.
Good for you. Something to do.
Yeah,
Like I said, keep you up when you get off work.
true. So I'm not just going to bed at like 5 p.m.
Yeah, and then I would wake up at like 9:30 and be like,
Yep.
and it just tears me up because then I'm not falling back asleep until like 2. And like we were talking about, nobody wants to get out of a warm bed. That
Nope.
sucks.
Not at all.
So
Yeah. It's been one hell of a winter, especially this winter. I feel like we've gotten way more snow so far.
I think it's been back to back. I don't know if it'll continue to be so snowy throughout like February and
I
March,
hope not.
but yeah, me either.
I
But
hope
the
not, cause
cold, like, yes, obviously it's cold during the winter, but like you're telling me the low of the day is 0, the high is 15. What what am I doing outside?
yeah,
What am
you
I
shouldn't
doing
be
outside?
outside. It should be illegal.
Seriously, a crime
Should
against
be illegal.
humanity.
Should get a ticket for going outside. No, yeah, and especially for me, for Mannheim Used Car Factory, trying to clean off the cars and shovel the lot. Man,
Mm-mm.
and there's our plug for the day too, Mannheim Used Car Factory. Check us out, manheimeusedcarfactory.com, where we have all your used car needs, and we try to make it easy for the buyers. We try to bring you wholesale cars for retail prices. Come check me out.
Boom. His
But
name's X, remember.
yep, or Xavier if you want to be professional, you can call me that. Either one works. Don't not little guy though. I don't like that. It's a height thing. But but
Fucking
anyways,
X.
to answer one of our subscribers' questions, right? How did we meet? Because I'm gonna be honest, I don't know.
We didn't meet.
I've been thinking about it.
Like obviously we met, but we didn't meet. We don't have memory of when we met because we've always been in each other's lives.
True.
Our grandparents knew each other when they lived in New York, came down here, were friends. Our uncles and aunts stayed friends, and I literally don't have a memory without X. And we went through our first few years of elementary schools together before I moved. So those would probably be my first like formative memories, and I remember X.
Honestly,
So
true. I kind of just remember just being in like first grade or second grade. and being like, oh yeah, this is my cousin Maya. And I was like, and then a couple years later, come to find out that we're not even like really cousins, we're just family friends, but family.
We're cousins.
Yeah.
Like
It was
not
like the
by
weirdest
blood,
thing.
but by choice.
Honestly, it shocked the hell out of me. I was like, oh, wow, learn
I
something
would have
new
never
every day.
known. Like, yeah,
Yep.
like
Had they
seriously.
never told me, would have never known.
No,
I'm
at
like,
all.
oh, all right.
At all. And X has like a very, very, very down to earth, loyal dad. And so like I don't think X would have had a choice to not be friends with me. Like I'm sure there are plenty of times that I have pissed him off.
True. There has been, but I mean, rightfully so though.
Yeah.
I think our biggest one where I was the most mad at you, and it wasn't even just you, it was just the whole day. And I'm pretty sure you know what I'm gonna say. New York City. That trip, oh boy. You know what really grinds my gears?
Get into it, X.
When we went to New York, I had just worked for 12 hours the day/night before. Worked 12 hours driving, mind you. Come home, 8 a.m. Actually, earlier than that, it was like 6 a.m. Everyone met at my house. Us, a couple of our friends, her significant other at the time, our friend's significant other at the time. We're all like, all right, we're going to New York for Christmas. We're doing that thing. And first off, anybody that knows me knows I am not a big city person. I don't really like big cities all like that.
Neither do I, so I don't know why we signed up for this.
No, I don't know either. But we were like, all right, let's just go. Let's do it. Let's check out the tree, check out the lights, do everything, right? We're driving there. Cool. I'm tired. You know, it is what it is. I missed my exit 3 times. Just that's a side note. And then now they're all chirping in my ear. All right, cool, whatever. We get there. I promise you, we were there for like 3 hours. 3. All of a sudden, she and other people, part of our group, the females, were like, we want to go. Y'all want to go.
Mind you, he left out a key part that it was like COVID time. So there wasn't much you could do without like your vax card or blah blah blah
I was
blah blah
vaxxed because
blah.
I had to get vaxxed for work.
Blah 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 blah. And I was over here fighting the resistance, getting COVID tested every week, every 2 weeks for my job, and submitting the fact that I was negative because I did not. I wanted to wait a little bit longer. I'm vaccinated now, but I wanted to wait a little longer until I had all the information necessary to get this shot. So like we were getting denied.
Well, they were getting denied. They were like, oh, you can come in. And I was like, the one time I was like, shit, it's cold out here. All right, I'm going inside. And then that's kind of like where everything started to go downhill. Because then when they were like, oh, I want to leave, blah, 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 they left. But me and a couple of my friends, the single guys, we stood. And
if there's a will, there's a way.
I shit you not. I had about 50 phone calls from her and our other friend and about 100 text messages asking me where am I at, and I'm just getting cursed out. I ended up just turning off my phone completely.
I don't think I cursed you out.
No, it wasn't you. It was our other friend.
I definitely was bitching.
It was our other friend.
I was definitely mouthing off, but I don't think I was cursing you out. I think I was just attitudey.
No, yeah, it was definitely our other friend. And you know what's funny is you guys weren't even mad at me. You were mad at your boyfriends. But yeah, I was the one getting all the heat.
Yeah.
All of it.
I would agree.
And I turned off my phone. And like I said, I'm not a big city person. That day, for those hours that they weren't there, I became a big city person. Just so I could be a douchebag.
I really wanted to go ice skating. I don't know why we didn't go ice skating. I can't remember. And then, but we didn't do that. That irritated me.
That's because there was an hour and a half wait. Okay. We weren't doing all that.
Yeah.
But then they're like, "Oh, I'll drive home." Blah blah blah.
And I was looking up Ubers.
And I was like, I was like, "You guys are not driving home."
Restaurant looking up Ubers because we were like, "How can we split this 4 ways?"
I ended up calling them back, and they were like, "Blah blah blah, drive us home." And I'm like, "All right." I'm like, "I'll get there when I get there." because I know I'm going to be the one driving. They're like, no, I'll drive. No, I'll drive. And I'm like, no, you know what's going to happen is we're going to get in the car. You guys are going to be mad at me the first 5-10 minutes and everybody's going to fall asleep. And that's exactly what happened. Everybody fell asleep.
I fell asleep because I had an attitude.
And I was the only one in there off like 4.5, 5 hours of sleep. I drove there and back, right? But y'all wanted to leave after like 2.5, 3 hours of being there. That's why I got tight. And that was my that was when she made me the maddest. And also our other friend, she really pushed my buttons that day too. Because I think she actually texted and called me more than you. And I was like, all right, I'm turning off my phone. Now your turn. When did I make you the most mad? Was it the same day? When I was just like, I'm not driving.
Actually, I'm thinking of how I can censor this story to not be so outlandish. You made me the most mad the day that you threw that party that none of your good friends were around for.
Oh, we gotta say that story though.
That's why I said I'm not gonna go into the full story. But X threw a party that he didn't have any of like his probably top 4 or 5 friends at. Like maybe he invited us and we didn't show up for whatever reason. I don't remember the exact.
No, I was really drunk. I forgot to invite everyone.
Like I don't remember even being told about
I forgot to invite everyone, but then like it was about like 70, 80 people there. It was kind of crazy.
Are you hearing?
I didn't invite them though.
So I already was like weary of what was going on when I was seeing this happening and I wasn't a part of it. And it turned left, very, very left. And I'll leave that at that so that we can elaborate on that story more. But that is when you made me the most mad.
Come on. No. Also, for reference, guys, I'm a short person and this dog is like half my, actually not even half my height. She's probably like 5 inches shorter than me.
I don't know why she's acting cuckoo bananas this time, but she's about to go to her crate. Lay down.
Dang, the other one got scared.
Bella always listens. She's an angel. She tricked me into getting a second dog because she was so good. I thought this one would be.
Yeah, she definitely talked and said, you gotta get a second dog.
Basically, that's what her eyes were saying.
All right.
Let's not pretend that we fully don't like each other. What is something that either has warmed your heart or does warm your heart about me? Tell me. I want to know. You know I'm words of affirmation, girl.
When you disappear and don't talk to me for a bit. No, I'm kidding.
I was like, what?
No.
Give me a break.
Actually, when I'm like blackout drunk and you clean the basement for me, or there was a couple of times where wow, so it's just when I'm blackout drunk. All right, when I'm blackout drunk and like you like give me food out of nowhere. Although I don't ever really think it's out of nowhere. I think it's food that's always around, and somehow it's just like in front of me then. And I'm like, all right, cool. But yeah.
At least he has some memory of the things that I do because he could just be like not remembering.
Yeah, true. I could just be that blacked out. Honestly, it's a lot of videos that give me the memories. It's not actually me remembering.
That's fair.
Yeah, no, but yeah, I feel like that's some of the more heartwarming stuff. Is when you help take care of me when I'm inebriated.
That makes sense.
Big words. Told you. I got them from time to time.
That doesn't make sense because not that I don't love you outside of that, but that's probably when we're like the nicest to each other. Like we're not nice, but like we're not very like super outly loving people. Like I think I started forcing you to say you love me back when I say love you to you because of like everything. Yeah. Like I was like, what if it's the last time you get to say that? So, and that's like a new thing, maybe in the last like few years. So yeah, that makes sense. True. One of my favorite, actually not one of my favorite heartwarming thing is when I was really, I was really struggling with my mental health. Okay, and my friends were trying to get me to go out for like a hot minute, and I kept like no, making excuses, whatever. And X was like, I saw this thing on Instagram. It was like a mood meter. I think you should make it your screensaver. And when we go out, you don't have to talk. You can just point to where you're at. And if my recollection serves me well, if I go right now,
yeah, I think she still does have
scroll through my wallpapers, these clear all this. This is still in my list of stuff.
She got the Schmeat pics on there. No, I'm kidding.
And
I
it
don't know.
literally is like the red zone is furious, nervous,
Yeah, so now like when
etc.,
we're out and
etc.
about, I'll be like, Maya, where you mood at? And she'll just,
And he doesn't make me elaborate.
nope.
He doesn't be like, "Why? What happened?" He's just like, "Okay." And like depending on what it
And
is, he'll give me a new
I never
drink.
like say it out loud like that though. I'll just tap you and be like, what you mood at? Real quick, without like anybody really hearing, and then she'll just show me. I'm like, all
And
right.
then like he can determine, okay, she needs another drink. Okay, we need to go stand in this corner.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, she needs to dance. Okay, that is so heartwarming to me. It's like X really catered to like my touch of autism, and like yeah, I was like, wow, X, you're a good freaking friend,
Yeah,
dude.
because I need my karaoke partner, like, because, yeah, when we get drunk, karaokeing, we go crazy.
I'm fun when I can finally like relax, but it's getting me to relax. That's the crazy part. But that's definitely the most heartwarming thing. That like was like it sticks in my head all the time. I'm like, X is a good friend.
Yeah, it's always good to have like good people by your side and stuff. And I would say a lot of our like close friends, I feel like I could definitely call at like any day, anytime, and they'll be like right there for me.
Mm-hmm.
And like, there's even a lot of my friends where I feel like they'll give me their last dollar if they had it. They would give me their last dollar if they felt like I really needed it. And that's the same to be said about me. Like
Yeah, I
if I
agree.
ride for you, I ride for you. Like
So
I'll
the
give
wheels
some
fall off type
yeah,
of thing.
like I'll give someone a shirt off my back if that's all I had left, you know. But once you cross that line of like you're dead to me, you're dead to me. But that's a really hard line to cross.
It's so hard. X is like a three strikes you're out type of person.
Yeah. And like some people have gotten me to that point where it's like, dang, that sucks for them because they'll text me from time to time, yo, can I come over for the party? Nope, sorry, chopped. Like, hate to do it to you, but you did it to yourself, honestly. Because mainly to be like my friend, all I ask is that you don't lie to me, you don't steal from me, and you don't abuse my kindness.
Yeah, like average friend stuff.
Yeah, but I feel like there's a lot of people that abuse my
That don't.
kindness
Yeah, I agree.
from time to time,
I don't
and
feel like people. I don't want to say our whole generation, but like kinda like don't know really how to be like friends, or like at least the friends that we see. Like we have aunts and uncles that have been friends since they were before our age, so
mm,
like we were raised on a very different set of like loyalty, friendship, and I just feel like I don't know if it has to do with being in suburbia or what it is, but like a lot of people don't know how to do that.
nah. And it's so funny because like even like one of my best friends, we have a 6 hour time difference, but I know if I call him right now, he'll just answer. That's like the thing. Or like even if it's like 6 a.m. here, midnight there, or even 2 a.m. there, he'll still answer
Mm-hmm.
if he sees it. And like that's what I'm saying. Like there's like very few people that I feel like I can classify as like my best friends, like my closest friends.
I feel like you're my best friend, and then I feel like I have other really good friends. But
Yeah,
like,
yeah. For like the female list, and actually I think overall you're probably number one.
just because my two girl best friends,
Rip.
so yeah, and like,
If y'all didn't get that,
not that I don't have other
just
female friends, because I do have other good female friends, but it's just hard to like, you can't replace like 15 years of friendship. So like, it's not anything that's anybody's fault. It's just kind of like it is what it is. Whereas X is kind of like that. And I have two other male best friends that like probably are my closest friends. But I just know X, like I can call for literally anything. I could be crying, I could be laughing, I could be mad, I could be, and like he's not always gonna be the exact same mood that I am, but like a lot of time he just gives me the talk to like bring me down back to earth, like a
yeah.
reality check.
And it's not even like you don't really have to reality check people. It's more of just like, okay, well, have you looked at it this way?
Yeah. And like when
You
I'm
know,
in the my
I like to play devil's advocate a lot.
yes, and like I need that because I feel like when I'm level headed, I can do that. But when I'm in like the pit of my emotion, it's like a cloud. Like I like can't see through that. But normally when I'm
Mm.
logical, I would be able to do that.
Yeah, and it's like a lot of people don't actually like the fact that I am devil's advocate a lot because a lot of people don't like to be questioned. on what they're doing, why they're doing it, or
Sometimes people don't want to hear what they know they need to hear. Like
ex-
they want to just feel what they feel.
exactly. And I'm never that person to tell you what you want to hear. I will tell you what you need to hear.
And I already know that if I'm not in the mood to hear something, I won't call X until later. Like if I already
Yep.
know that X's advice is gonna piss me off, I'll just wait because
It's,
I'm like,
it's so funny. I'll give the best advice, but I'll never actually have it for myself. Like
yes, I'm
ever.
glad he said that because it's true. And like he's not a crash out.
Especially with relationships. Oh my God. I can write a book on relationships, how to be the best boyfriend ever. Or how to, like, what red flags, toxic things to look for.
Yeah, but I think that circles back to what
But
you
then
said
me
about.
seeing it, nah.
No, I
Nope.
think it circles back to what you said about taking advantage of your kindness. I
Yeah.
think females tend to do that because
True.
I be wanting to
True.
wind it up. I do because I like see it from like a mile away. I'm like, oh my.
Yeah. But definitely, like, when you're in a relationship, you don't see. You don't
I
see
think there's definitely times where you were at fault, but I feel like the last few recent ones, it's like
recent ones.
I can see. Well,
My actual last relationship ended in 2020.
sometimes he takes me so literal, and sometimes he gets me. I don't understand, but
Yeah.
like current, I don't know. Like the last few ones I can think of, I'm
Okay.
thinking more of like high school. You were a d bag.
Oh,
I feel
big
like
time.
you've grown up a good bit, and you've tried like 2, 3 times that I could think of, and it wasn't you in those circumstances.
Yeah. The one time, definitely, for sure. High school, yeah, I was not the best boyfriend at all.
We all learn and grow. That is the beauty
At
of the
all.
human experience, growing. Because I also was not a likable person in high school, probably to the majority of people that we went to school with, probably.
Yeah, but it's so funny because in like high school and in like my early stages of my 20s. Wow, I could kind of say that now because I'm 24 now, but I can kind of say that I was still like a player, and it's so funny that when I was more of that, I've gotten so many more girls talking to me, texting me, wanting to go out, wanting to hang out, do things. But now I'm like, oh, I want something serious.
I
It's like a
honestly
ghost town.
used to think people were lying when they said nice guys finish last. But like, really, I'm starting to think that's true.
Yeah, because I mean, it's not like I'm not trying, but I'm not out here going to the club every night or like going to the bar every night or even going to parties all like that anymore. I don't even throw parties like that anymore.
Sometimes I do think nice guys finish last. Like that's been more
Yeah.
true recently than I've realized. Like, and that's sucks
Yeah, it's sad
because
because then,
yeah,
once I stop being nice again, then I'm the asshole.
that
Excuse my
and that's what I
French.
was gonna say. That's what I was gonna
Like,
say. We
so I'm
come.
like, what am I supposed to do here? But I just keep chugging along, and I know, I'm a fine.
Turns out that we didn't get all the technical difficulty kinks out, but
We got some of them, most of them. At least, this one's going to have less breaks.
yeah,
Fingers crossed on that.
and no dogs getting up in our grill at least for the rest of it.
Yep. But like I was saying, I know eventually I'm a hopeless romantic, so I'm going to find my person eventually. If not, then bye world. No, I'm kidding. Anyways, nah, this is
You'll
not.
live in my garage and be the fun.
Nope, not doing that.
The fun uncle.
Nope,
Yes.
nope. I'm just
Yes.
I'm just gonna travel then.
Not actually a garage, but like we should just get a big house that you just. We should get a
No
compound.
compound. That'll be fun.
We can ride around on golf carts to each other's cribs.
That'll be fun.
We
I'll be
should do
drunk
that.
every day.
We should do that. Beat the system.
But yeah, I mean, a compound would make for some good memories, though. That would be
We honestly just might
crazy.
as well.
That would be crazy.
Yeah, it would be crazy, but it would be fun and like
Oh yeah, it'd be so fun.
keep the memories going forever and ever and ever. Be
Exactly.
60 and still effing around.
I seen this one thing on Instagram where it's like 6 friends bought 6 houses in like a circle, and then they just built like a pool, basketball court, everything in the middle.
That's what I'm saying.
It was kind of cool.
And like everyone can do what they want as long as we buy the land. Like if you want to get your house built, great.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like trailers are coming out now that are fire. If I want a trailer,
Nah,
great.
nah. Container homes,
Those are. I was obsessed with those. That
dope.
was my
Those are,
hyperfixation for a
those
second.
are dope.
Those are
I've checked
hot.
out those for mad long, and they're not like crazy expensive, and they're dope. Like
Hot.
I just be thinking about he's
And
gonna
they
huff
do.
and
They put
puff
like the
and not gonna be able to blow
glass.
my house down.
Yes, and they put like glass in between
Yeah,
the two container homes. It's like a glass walkway.
they're sick. Those things are sick.
So like we should come up with like a 10 to 15 year plan. To be honest,
True.
honestly,
But to find the land first.
that will probably be the
This
easiest thing
land
to do.
is your land. Remember that song?
Yes.
That was a banger song.
No, it wasn't. It's not our land.
Yeah, I love that.
Dude, I can't believe that. Actually, if you think about it,
What?
that they like put a clear piece of paper on the projector every morning, and we had to sing
Oh yeah.
a different like
Yeah, remember when we used to have to
anthem
say
or
the Pledge
whatever.
of Allegiance? It's
Yeah.
not even a thing in schools anymore.
No, we don't do that.
I
My
asked
school.
my little cousins to say the Pledge of Allegiance. They were like, "What's that?" I was like, "Oh, all right, cool."
Yeah, and like I don't.
I don't know when we stopped like doing that. Was that like our junior year? I want to say we stopped. Sophomore year? I remember it was definitely freshman year we did it. I remember doing it.
I don't remember doing it at all in high school. I don't.
I might be tweaking. It might
I
not have
think
been freshman year.
definitely all throughout elementary school,
Oh yeah, middle school for sure.
and I think I remember middle school. Yeah, I don't remember doing it in high school.
I don't
Maybe
either.
we did, and I just don't. I remember I was a big smoker, so my memory sometimes is
I don't know.
shaky. I don't know, but I'm in elementary school, and we don't do it. The kids have the option to do it. We've told them what it is, and most times they don't choose to. A lot of the classrooms still have a flag up. We don't have a flag up anymore because it got used as a weapon against us one year. So we just have
What?
yeah. It was like one that you would like stick into the ground. Like it kind of had like
Mm-hmm.
a pokey end to it, and it got taken out. And the kid was like fencing us with it, like on guard, back, back. I'm
So,
not
sorry,
kidding.
that's not funny.
I'm not kidding. So I was like, we're never putting that up again. The same thing happened with a broom. We
like
had a
America.
we had a classroom broom that got used as a weapon. So now we got a little itty bitty dustpan because you gotta make it work. Like I'm jealous of teachers that have like the cute classrooms with like little potted plants and all that, little class pets. None of that. None of that can be in my room. It won't survive. iPads barely survive in my room.
That doesn't sound too good.
Oh, it's ratchet, but
That's a word I actually have not heard in a while. Ratchet?
it's really not ratchet.
No, I'm just
it's
saying.
Emotionally unstable, like literally. Very unpredictable.
Every time I hear that word, I think of the song. Girl, ratchet.
Oh yeah. That's a good one. You unlocked
With
the memory
Emmanuel
there.
Hudson.
Yeah, you unlocked the memory.
He said, "Oh, she saw ratchet." Yo, he used to come out with the best things.
Do it again. What do you do?
Nah, chill out. Chill out. He used to be like, "That girl ratchet." Talk about something.
Yo, that shit was locked away somewhere. You just open that file up.
Yeah, I
Good
remember
job.
I used to actually be in class right after I saw what is one video is I got F's video.
Oh
I used to
my God.
actually go behind people and be like, "Hey, little mama, love you, whisper in your ear." And I started rapping the whole thing.
Yeah, it seems
He came out with the bangers.
It seems right. That's exactly something that you would do.
Oh yeah, for sure. I remember the one day in English class, me and like 5 of my friends started singing the Backstreet Boys. The "You Are My Fire." Like I started it, and then my friends just kept it going
down the line. And then high school is like a wild time.
Yeah, I was not good. I was all right. I was a good student, but not a good student. I was a student that teachers liked, but I was bad at learning.
And like honestly, for being as like I don't know what that was, like smart talky,
okay,
whippersnappery.
All right.
As I was, I feel like I had a good bit of teachers that liked me too, because I wasn't just like unprompted an a-hole. Like you had to be a rude teacher.
I had one teacher that didn't like me, and it was a substitute. It was a long-term substitute.
Yo, now that we're talking about it, I'm thinking about crazy high school memories. Like people drawing like the Nazi symbol on the board when we had substitutes, and like I might have.
You drew one? You drew a Nazi symbol?
I would like to think that it wasn't me, but now I'm thinking about it. We got a friend, you'll know. Their name starts with a S.
Okay.
That doesn't come around that often anymore, but like was our friend going through school. And he was in my history class, and either he did it. I gotta see. Maybe there's a video. Something with a Nazi symbol is definitely popping up in my head right now.
All right. So
Which is not funny because
just
now
discovered.
we're heading towards people at their speeches. So
Obviously, you rep with it. So
no,
now
you
you're
live and you
drawing
learn. What
Nazi
I thought
symbol.
was humor then was me being a jerk. It was humor at other people's expense, which makes you not funny.
It's still kind of funny.
Also, I remember in high
It's
school
funny as like a memory now. Though.
eating snails. I ate snails, not like off the ground. Like
I thought you did it just off the ground. I
there's
was
a
kind of
name for
questioning you.
it, and I'm gonna sound real ignorant because I can't remember it.
Oh, it's a French thing. I forget what you're talking about.
Ergo or something maybe.
Escargot.
Escargot maybe. Yeah, someone brought it in,
Let me know if that's right.
and I ate it. And I think I got a video of that because I literally was like, literally about to throw up. Not because it didn't taste good, but like I said, I'm a texture person. I also have a video. We have a friend that doesn't live around here anymore. Their name starts with a J.
Okay.
And we got a friend that does live around here that's like our home dog, roll dog. His name starts with an A.
Okay.
And Jay tied up like a bandana on his arm and used a lead pencil to pretend that it was heroin. And like fell his big old self off of a chair, pretending that like he was getting lit in class. And like I'm saying, dark humor, probably not funny, very insensitive now, but like when I say high school is crazy, I think we had the last few years of high school where like we could do stuff that like our parents were doing. Now, granted, I don't think our parents were doing that. Possibly, maybe, but like now, I feel like you can't get away with
My dad
anything in
wasn't
high
even.
school.
My dad didn't even show up to high school.
Yeah,
Like,
or like our one of the years we were in high school, the senior prank was to spray paint a humongous on the side of the school,
oh yeah,
and
that
they
was
had to park a
hilarious.
bus in the
That
grass
was
to
hilarious.
cover
You
it
can see
up.
the stain of this just giant.
PP.
Yeah, on like the wall. It was hilarious.
The
It was
like
there for like
big, like
months.
it was huge on the side of the school. They literally had to park a bus in front of it until they could clean it.
Yeah, I had like the greatest senior prank plan. Just no one wanted to help me with it.
I wasn't in school
I
senior
had
year. I was
two of
at
them.
CTC.
I had two of
I
them.
would have did it.
One was called Farm Day. I wanted to steal a cow, maybe some like chickens and stuff, because we live in Amish land,
Farmdale.
and so I wanted to steal it and bring it up to our top floor because cows can go up steps, they can't go down them, and you're not putting a cow in an elevator. They weigh too much, so they would not have been able to get that cow out. I wanted to call it Farm Day. No one wanted to do it with me.
We should have did that.
Yep.
And I was
And I had the perfect plan.
in
I had
farms for
Yep.
CTC
See,
X. Why wouldn't you
and
have?
I had plans. I had balloons ready to cover up the. I had a specific camera, a specific door that I was gonna go through at a specific time.
I feel like that would have
I
been
had
fine.
it all worked out. All I needed was someone to help me steal a cow.
Minus the stealing. Why you literally? Okay, I went to CTC for
I'm not gonna
animal.
buy a cow. You know how expensive those are.
That's why you should have put me in on this. I went for animal science production technology. I don't know why. I must not have done my research well because I thought this was like a vet tech program because wanted to be a vet for so long. I show up there, these people, like, oh my god, they like, I don't want to be ignorant, but they had a smell of like you are outside all the time. Like, when your parents used to be like, you smell like outside. And you used to be like, what are you talking about? That's what they smelled like. I finally understood it. And they were coming from like pig farms, cow farms, like that they actually lived on. And I was like, oh man, what did I sign up for? So my CTC experience was like literally agriculture. It was like farming. I like castrated goats. Like, I castrated a bull. Like, crazy stuff. Crazy. I have a video of me hopping through a field with a freaking llama. just skipping. Do, 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 do.
Yeah, my experience with school was just being late every day
So
and
you
just
literally could have
not
hit
doing
me up,
anything.
and we would just borrowed a cow.
Yeah. Well, it probably wouldn't be borrowed. The cow probably would have had to die. From if
No, they
yeah.
wouldn't have murdered it at school.
How else are you gonna get the cow down the stairs, Maya?
They can't kill it in school.
In order for them
X.
to do it, they would have. All right, this is exactly why I was thinking about it the whole time. I'm telling you, I had it planned out perfectly.
So you were gonna do this at the cost of sacrificing a cow?
No, I mean maybe, but it depends on what route they were going. I don't like animal cruelty. I'm just putting that out there because they could have used an alternative route, was just take out one of the skylights and then get a crane and
And take them out.
carry the cow out. Which way they would have went with it?
That would be up to
That
them.
that's up to God. That's up to the farming gods at that point. Where that cow is praying.
Do I remember this correctly? That there was a senior prank where they put Mary Jane in the vents and the whole school smelled like bud for the day? Was that a prank?
I think you're. All right. Well, I definitely jinxed us. One more cut. Anyway,
Maybe that wasn't the prank, but there was definitely a day where the whole school smelled like bud and they had to like fully like investigate what was going on. I remember the teachers walking back and forth. I was like, does it smell like that over here? Does it smell like that? We gotta call the office. I remember that.
I didn't smoke. I was a good kid, so I don't even know what bud smelled like.
Lovely. You were just having
Okay.
big bangers or whatever they were called instead.
Yeah, the Big Bangers. We were the Big Banger gang. Pause. Pause. Pause.
Flag on the play.
We threw parties and we called ourselves Big Bangers, and it went up to what was it, 3.0. So we had a couple. And then we got
Ooh.
shut down because then they just caught on to us. Also, my
Good kid,
speaker
though. Good kid.
my speaker was at a lot of parties that I wasn't at, but my speaker was there.
That sounds right.
It's got the tag to prove it.
That sounds right.
It says Manheim Township Municipal. It says property of Manheim Township Municipal. I had to go get that. That was a fun conversation with the cop and my mom. Yeah.
Well, I swear I wasn't there.
We're gonna get that. I wasn't. I was on a date.
You know, and they were saying something that was like, "I didn't grow legs."
I was on a date. I pulled up my bank account and showed them when I paid for me and my date. And then they were like, "Oh yeah, this is what time we busted them." I'm like, "Yep." So it wasn't me. Ha. And then they were like, "Oh, you should tell your friends to come in here." I was like, "It's not even my friends. They like bought it from me for the night."
We had to snitch. I'm just kidding. Whoa. I snitch when I feel like it's very necessary. I snitched one time.
If I don't like you, I'm snitching. I might even lie and just be like, "Oh yeah, it was that person."
Get a load of this guy. All right. Well, speaking of memories, should we close it with what our favorite memory is of each other?
I'm drunk for a lot of them, so I don't remember a lot. I don't know. I wouldn't say my favorite memory because again, I don't really remember it that much. But I do have this picture of you and I. Of like, it's so funny because like you'd see you jumping on my back, and like I know something. I like kind of remember what song was playing. It was like I want to say it was like I like us better when we're wasted. And then you jumped on my back, and I was like, oh shit, this is like a movie type shit. And it's so funny because you can see the photos as it goes on. It was like a summertime
like
thing.
A progression.
Yeah, it was. I think that was also the same night/day where we ended up going to Chickies, and you were riding on the front of my car.
Not me. And we got in the water?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was that day. I think it was that day/night. That was a fun time too.
Yeah. I did some crazy stuff when I was trying to live and scared that I was gonna die with no fun memories.
Oh,
there
yeah.
are a lot of times where X had a Jeep and I would either stand on the middle console and be out of the sunroof, or I would get on the middle console, climb out of the sunroof, slide down the windshield, and sit basically on the windshield, and X would just drive, and I would just swing my hair or whatever.
And then there was a lot of times I just put my car in cruise control then have one of my friends like be like, yeah, I'll be like, yo, come steer real quick, and then I'd join her. That's a lot more
Not
on the crazy
out
side.
of the car. He
No,
would be standing out of the sunroof.
yeah,
but
I would make sure I was like always right there. You know what I mean? But I mean, like, yeah, it was not the smartest thing I ever did.
Never once said this was an influential podcast.
But
never
you know,
said to do what we do.
you know what though? On this podcast, I'm gonna say, live. And you know what? Sometimes when you want to live, you have to feel like you're about to die.
Sadly, I do
Not
agree with
to
that
a
sometimes.
crazy extent like that, but like go skydiving.
I was just gonna say people skydive, so like
Exactly. Go skydiving, go snorkeling, do things that you wouldn't normally do, and not everyday things. You know,
yeah, I agree
that's
with
what I'm
that.
saying. Like that's all I'm getting from that is like, you know, we know how to live. Well, I know how to live. I push you to live.
Yeah, X definitely does. 100%. I just said that in his recent birthday post. Like, he keeps me alive, but also pushes me to live.
Yep.
My favorite memory, I got a handful, but I would say I'm usually not as drunk as X. I've been drunk, but usually I have better memory.
A lot of people don't get as drunk as me.
Or I have video to remind me, but like usually I remember more than X does. I honestly think to date, because we got plenty more to make. But as of right now, I think it was for my 21st birthday when your gift was the matching socks.
Yeah, those socks were fire.
It was my 21st birthday. X was like, there's a gift, but you have to open it now because obviously I'm 21. So like opening gifts at the party was like a not probably happening. And he was like, but you got to open them now. And I was like, okay.
Actually, she said no at first. She's like, no, I'll just open them later. I was like, no, you're doing it now. We're
This
taking
is
a
the-
photo
this is the
right now.
point.
I said, you're doing it now. We're taking a photo now.
And when I opened them, it was 4 pair of Sesame Street socks.
Yeah.
So X got a pair of socks, which came in clutch because I was in heels and didn't bring other shoes. So I just walk around in Sesame Street.
Who did you have? Because I know, I forget them. I know there was Cookie Monster.
I think I had Ernie.
Yeah, I was Bert. You were Ernie. And then I want to say the other one was Elmo. It was Cookie Monster, Bert, Ernie, Elmo.
And we have another friend. His name starts with a T. I've been friends with him. I don't know how long you guys have been friends for. Probably just about the same exact time. But I met him in elementary school when I moved from the school that I was going to with X to a different elementary school. So probably like 3rd, 4th grade. So he got a pair, which was nice. And then there was someone at the time that was like our really good friend, who's like more of like an acquaintance now because life just be life in. And
True.
he was in it, and it was like so funny because we wanted to get pictures together. I think I fell in the picture trying to put my foot up to show off the socks, and I fell. And either X or our close friend T was trying to keep me PG-13 because I'm in a dress, and so they're holding the one from 21 balloons down to cover my dress. But as you can imagine, that really didn't, like, it covered me but didn't help it look PG. So that's probably some of my favorites, and it's the same thing as you said. It's like a progression of me, and then I'm like cracking up, and like, and the other 3 guys just all have their foot out, but yeah, that's probably my favorite to date. That comes to mind often. I crack up about that. That's like good friend stuff to do.
I forgot about the socks for a moment.
No, that's so good. I'm about to see real quick.
I see talking. I see your 21st picture all the time pop up, but then I was like, dang, I was like skinnier then. Skinny days, miss those days. Don't worry though, I'm gonna get back to it. You know, I'm gonna start getting cleaned up more. I'm gonna get haircuts done. You guys watch. 2025 me.
Wait on
2025 me gonna be different. You know, so far I'm only down 4 pounds.
Our friend A was in it too.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Hey,
yeah,
our
yeah.
close home dog. Okay, so like to keep other people's faces out of it, but you can see our socks, you can see extra trying to keep me covered. Yeah, that was a good one. You were Elmo. I'm Ernie. There's Cookie
I'm
Monster
pretty
and
sure I have
Elmo,
my
like you were
shorties
right.
and 40s.
No, you weren't Elmo. You were right. We're Bert and Ernie.
I think I have my shorties and 40s shirt on.
You did. Because the
Yeah.
caption to the picture is 40s and shorties, bad decisions, good times.
Yup. Bad decisions always make for the best times. You know, in the moment you're like,
Yeah,
damn.
like we just said about
you're like, damn, why'd I do that? But then you make a podcast and talk about it.
or you're not a boring parent when you have kids or whatever.
Oh my god. When I have kids, I'm not gonna be able to discipline my kids for anything because I've done it.
You send them to me.
Like they gonna be like, my kids gonna be like, Dad, I threw a big party in the house. It's trashed. And I'll be like,
Been
that's
there, done that.
that's my kid.
We had a conversation drunk in the car one time about that. You were like, I'm gonna send my kids to Tiki Maya so that
Oh,
I think
yep.
I have that on video so that she could discipline them and hopefully she likes girls. They might be lesbians. And I was like, seems legit to
That's
me.
if I have a daughter.
Seems
So
legit to me.
I'm gonna stand on that.
Send them.
But yeah. So I think it's time that we wrap
It's a
this
wrap.
up. I'm happy that we did another episode. We're done with round 3 now. Next is 4.
And more and more and more.
And hopefully you guys click that like and subscribe button. We really need to get our likes and subscribers up because we want to build our family. We want to grow. So come grow with us. Come show with us. Let's ball out because this was Who
Who
Let
let
Me
us
Talk
talk?
podcast.
Yeah. Also, don't forget to comment what you want.
Peace.